Have you ever spent hours searching through a massive data set, trying to pull out key information while applying conditions to make decisions? What if I told you that Copilot can do this for you in seconds? In this video, you'll learn how to combine logical functions like if and or with lookup functions such as VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, and XLOOKUP. This powerful combination automates complex data sets in seconds without manual effort, helping you efficiently pull data from large data sets, streamlining your workflow and making decisions faster. By the end of this video, you will be able to recognize and describe the use of logical functions and lookup functions, as well as apply combined logical and lookup functions to perform advanced data analysis. Lookup functions in Excel are used to find a specific value in a range of data and return information related to the initial value being searched. They are useful for retrieving data quickly and aiding in making informed decisions.
We'll start with VLOOKUP, a function that searches for a specific value in the first column of a table and returns a value from another column in the same row. Let's practice using this function on a data set showing the results of a performance review for employees of a company. If the only information we had was an employee number and we wanted to return the full name of the employee, I will enter an equal sign in cell C3, then type VLOOKUP. We need to tell Excel which value we need to find, which is the ID E35. Then we need to tell Excel where to look for this value, as well as for the results. So Excel needs to look in the data range, columns A to B of our original dataset, on sheet 1. Now we need to specify the column index number of the returned value in the range we've just selected, which in this case is column number 2. And finally, we need to add a false in order to tell Excel we want an exact match. Then select Enter. The formula looks for employee ID 35 in the first column of the range and returns the corresponding value from the second column. The result in this case is Charlie Green 7. You can also look up values by asking Copilot these questions. For example, enter the prompt, return the Department of Employee ID 21. Select Enter on your keyboard to execute. And Copilot returns an answer that employee 21 works in the sales department. Next, you might want to use XLOOKUP, a more flexible function only available in Excel 2019 and Excel 365. Let's test the formula by entering equals XLOOKUP into cell C6. Then we need to search for the value Jane Smith 7 in column B of our dataset. Once the value is found, we want the function to return the corresponding value from the range in column C. We can also ask Copilot this question. In which department does Jane Smith 7 work? Press Enter to execute, and after analyzing your data, Copilot has verified that Jane indeed works in marketing. We have performed a vertical search with a VLOOKUP to search across columns, a more dynamic search with XLOOKUP, but we can also do a horizontal search to look for values in a specific row. For instance, to find a performance rating of Alice Brown 3 in the dataset, enter the formula in cell C9 equals HLOOKUP. Let's say we want to search for the heading Performance Rating in the column Headings. So I'll highlight the data range from column A to L. Once the value is found, we want to return the value from the third row of the data range specified for that column. Ensure that the search for performance rating is an exact match by entering false. If you use true, it will conduct a partial match search which is less accurate. The result is that Alice achieved 110%. When deciding between these functions, XLOOKUP is a more versatile option and can be used in place of VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. Alternatively, you can ask Copilot these questions directly. You can also combine these functions with logical statements for more dynamic results. For example, we can look up the employee ID of Jane Smith 4 and check if her target was met. And in this way, you allow Copilot to do the heavy lifting, and it quickly returns that Jane's employee ID is number 17 and that she has met her sales target for the period.
In this video, we demonstrated how combining logical functions with the lookup functions streamlines data analysis in Excel. Using Copilot enhances efficiency, accuracy, and speed, making Excel a powerful tool for data-driven insights. Ready to take your Excel skills to the next level? Try combining logical and lookup functions with your own data sets and see how they can transform your data analysis process. Challenge yourself to see how much time you can save.